sometimes you just have to get out. And today is one of those days. So I'm out for an overnight. You're welcome to join me. This is my not so wild vlog number 14. Well, I was going to be lazy and just make the simple camp cut, but it's damp and I want to get off the ground, so I think I'm going to go ahead and build the raised bed shelter. I got here early, I got lots of time. Off the ground and comfortable. Perfect. Perfect. And I'm sleeping flat. So I can sleep on my side if I want. On my stomach if I want. I believe it's a good idea before you go out into the wilderness on a multi-day adventure to take your gear, everything that you're going to take on that adventure, out for a test hike, preferably an overnight like this one, where you get a chance to test all the gear you're going to take on that trip, preferably in an environment similar to where you're going to be going. And what I do is I bring along a notebook like this one, and as I go along on my overnight test hike, I mark down things that need to be fixed or need to be adjusted, maybe stuff that needs to be waterproofed, replaced, and just make notes as you go. And then you'll remember what you need to fix before you actually go on your multi-day adventure. It's a good tip, and you'll definitely enjoy yourself much more when you get out there. Extraordinaire. Yeah, time for a little break. I really like these. It's called a Gorp energy bar. This is peanut butter and apple, made on the Canadian prairie. I find these to be very tasty, but it's always a good idea to test out food on your test hike that you haven't tried before you take it out, before you hump it out into the wilderness. Very good and dense. Tasty. This is my lunch. Oh, I found this. Hello, hello, can you see me? Let's try it out, eh? Oh, it really worked, did it? In my area, cedars impress me immensely, and this is a perfect example. If you take a look at this trunk, this is a white cedar. You would swear that this thing is dead, but check this out. Still alive. Once they're established, they're really difficult to kill. Love them. Love them. Okay, that's it for the wood. As much as I'm going to do for tonight anyway. Got enough for a campfire. Bed's all set up as far as I'm going to go. I'm going to take a quick break right now from this show to film a backcountry meal review. And if I'm successful, there'll be a link up here above my head if you want to check that out. Otherwise, I'll be right back. Well, I'm all done dinner. It was reviewed. You can go back and check the link, or the link in the description down below if you want to check it out. It's definitely past sunset, and we're gonna get dark pretty quick after this, so it's time to get the fire going. And I'm gonna try it with the fire steel, some jute twine, and a little bit of birch bark. Okay, we got the fire going, that's good. We'll let that burn down to some coals before we put some real wood on there. But while I still have some light, I want to show you guys what I picked up that I'm going to be testing out tonight. I'm going to be sleeping in. Check this out. Okay, just before we lose all our light, this is they called it a liner. It's 100% wool, and it is going to be my wool blanket for tonight. And I'm going to put this over top of my down top quilt in that cot. And the nice thing about this is, if I get a little chilly by the fire, I can just put my feet in the little foot box at the end here and throw this over me. Oh, dual purpose for a comfy little sit by the fire tonight, because it's supposed to go down to 2 Celsius. Check this out for the Fahrenheit. So that's a little chilly, not cold, but chilly. I'm excited to see how this is going to work. I'm going to leave my sheepskin in my chair, but this is going to be under me as well, just for a little extra warmth. Okay, so underneath here I have my ground pad, and then I'm going to put my down top quilt. I'm not going to get it out now. I'm going to get it out half an hour before I'm going to go to bed. And then I have this wool blanket to go over top of it. Now you build on what you know, and I know that I was able to sleep on top of that ground pad in my down top quilt with a wool blanket on top of me down to -10. So I should be snug as a bug in a rug tonight. We'll let you know. Warm fire, cool night, clear skies. You can hear the spring peepers just off in the distance. 1 billion stars above my head. No moon, which means I'm going to be able to see them all. See you in the morning, everyone. Morning. There he is this morning. Well, what I couldn't show you last night, you can plainly see now. This is how I slept. I made a little cocoon out of my down sleeping bag, top quilt, and my new wool blanket liner. And the combination kept me warm all night down to 2 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to call this a win. No tarp. Weather forecast was bang on. It looks like clear blue skies this morning. Time for some morning coffee. Good morning. I'll get out of this thing now. Oh yeah. There we go. Well, looks like a boat is arriving. Yep. And that means that I am no longer going to be the only one on this lake today. And by the size of that motor, the soundtrack is going to be less than natural. Oh well, can't keep it all to myself forever. Well, I stand corrected. If he keeps motoring around like that, won't be too bad. It's a small lake and he's going kind of slow. Respect. Not really enjoying the smell of partially burned hydrocarbons. It's amazing what your nose will pick up when you're out here for a little while. You can't have everything. Where would you put it? First coffee down. Now I can make breakfast. Now this morning it's freeze-dried breakfast skillet, hash browns and scrambled eggs mixed with pork sausage, peppers and onions. Sounds lovely. I've already reviewed this before, so if you're interested, you just check out this link up here and see the review for Mountain House breakfast skillet. It's a good one. I brought it along because in case I had a terrible night's sleep, I'd have something to look forward to in the morning. Good strategy. Look at all those freeze-dried egg chunks going right in there like that. Oh yeah, baby. Stir that up real quick. That's it. Oh, that already tastes good. Cover that up and so I get this on there. Pow. And I'll have a fantastic breakfast. Oh yeah. Second cup of coffee tastes just as good as the first one. Maybe a little better. It's really cool when you compare to winter camping. It's just so quiet. But all you ever hear is an owl at night when there's no wind. But now the songbirds are coming back. I've only noticed a couple of different songs So they're not all back yet. Alright, that's long enough. I'm hungry. So I believe it is time for breakfast from the camp chair. A little shout out for the shug. Breakfast from the camp chair. Ooh, there you go. Still very, very hot, cooked to perfection. And you can't beat the view in this restaurant. It is beautiful. Well, I got a good breakfast in me. It's time to leave this restaurant. Go do some work. Break camp. Well, I've just been lying around doing a bit of reading, and I think I'm just about ready to pack this puppy up and start to hike back out. That's the problem with an overnight. There just really doesn't seem to be enough time to get right into nature mode. But, it's time to get up and get moving. What a beautiful day. There's no bugs. I mean, when I say no bugs, there's been 1 or 2 mosquitoes. No flies yet, no biting flies, no black flies. Way too early for deer flies. This has to be the sweet spot of the season. It's supposed to be a high of 20 degrees Celsius today, and just a breath of wind, but it's just perfect. That's the word to describe this. Perfect. And I don't want to go home. I really don't. Well, that's it for me. I'm packed up. I put all the wood away in the woods that I used to build my shelter, so that perhaps I'll be able to use that next time I come here. Leaves the site completely clear for the next person. He can't even really tell I was here, except for some fresh ash in the fireplace and maybe that strategically placed cooking rock. It's been a fantastic overnight. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to put up a video now. This is something that YouTube suggests you watch specifically for you, and maybe if you think about it and you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the comments down below. Bye for now.